to another episode of Friday Sews, episode number 25. And June makes, I actually have some stuff. It's hot, hot, hot where I live in the state of California and all pretty much across the state of California into Nevada and probably beyond. It is a watermelon kind of day. I can't wait to try this. I've made some clothes just in time for this heat wave, and I hope you're staying chill and cool and maybe eating watermelon, having some nice cold water or whatever that keeps you hydrated, and maybe wearing some of those cooler garments or that keep your body cool, such as linen. So yeah, stick around and find out what I've made to keep my body cool and my mind happy. First, what I'm wearing. This is not a me make. It is an old linen tunic dress that I got a long time ago. It's pretty much has flounce sleeves, scoop neck. There's not any darts. It's just princess seam that goes all the way down. No pockets. And it's got like a high-low hem, so it's a little bit longer in the back, a little shorter in the front, goes above the knee. And it's pretty thin. I usually wear it around the house. If I wear it out, it's going to have to be worn with like a layer underneath, either a slip or some leggings or something. But the reason I'm showing you something that's not me made is that before you put something in the recycle bin or donate it, think about using that garment to self-draft a pattern to make a newer garment. So that's exactly what I did with this. I actually, excuse me for turning, sewed this probably a summer or two ago, and it's out of a linen, a little bit heavier obviously than this, and I pretty much just traced it. There are lots of videos out. One of my favorite sewists who does a lot of upcycling with garments or even traces and stuff, self-drafting, I think is Made with Wendy or something. I'll try to link her channel. She's super popular and I haven't watched her in a while, but I'm pretty sure she does self-drafting. There are a lot of sewists that do that, and they kind of just lay the pattern down, fold it strategically so that they can trace it. And that's basically what I did with this. So it has the same sleeve with the flounce, scoop neck. This is slightly lower. I was probably just the way I traced it. So I do have to wear sometimes something underneath that. And same type of piecing. So there's some princess seams that go all the way down. So there's a front piece, the side panel, and then there's a back panel as well. So it's hard to see, but there's some seams, vertical seams that start right about here and go all the way down. I made mine a little bit longer. It's not as a pronounced high-low hem, but you can see that the front is a little bit shorter than the back. And what's great about self-drafting too, or hacking a pattern, is that you can add pockets or details that the pattern might not include. So I did put pockets in this as well. And I love this. I've worn it several times. I just did some bias tape for the neckline to finish it off. It's got a little label that says handmade or hand sewn or something. And yeah, that is self-drafted from this old dress that I got a long, long time ago. And in fact, on this dress, there's like a loop closure with a button. I didn't want that on that, so that's probably why this neckline came out a little bit more open, is because I really wanted to eliminate that and just keep it so that it could slip over. So that is, I wore this actually, I think last weekend. I wore this last weekend, so yeah. So linen dresses that are flowy, lightweight, easy, not too tight. perfect option in these hot summer months ahead. Next, let's talk about a Burda skirt pattern. This pattern is 6142 and it has a fitted waistband. The skirt is fitted through the hip, and then there's a couple of different hemlines below the knee and also a maxi length. There's also like a handkerchief type hem, which is really interesting. The suggested fabrics are viscose, rayon, crepe, anything that's lightweight, and as you can see, drapey. So it's a little bit big in the waistline. But other than that, this was a fun skirt, and I chose obviously the maxi length with a handkerchief type hem. I still need to hem it, so it's unfinished on the hem line. But I chose to add a few different fabrics. One, this rayon viscose that I had left over from this make that was the caraway blouse for the frugal frocks in March, so I had some leftover fabric, so it's to coordinate with that. Second, I wanted to practice my quilting techniques, so I sewed some quilting half square triangles. I think they were 4 inches, and kind of incorporated into the skirt. And what else did I do? This is a denim quilting fabric. It's Northcott, and I believe it's called something blues, like denim blues or something. And the top is just a beautiful denim looking, very high quality cotton. So I think I pulled it off. I don't know, what do you think? And what's cool about this skirt is that I wanted it to be fully lined because I plan on wearing it to work. I don't want to deal with a slip or anything. And so it's fully lined with that denim fabric, and then this is just kind of a sand washed faux silk. So this is mimicking the drape of the main fashion fabric, and this is mimicking the top half of the skirt that is more of that structured cotton. So that's the skirt by Burda Patterns. And again, I just want to check the waistline, and I really was finishing it up, so I'm not totally done with it. But I did have to do a little bit of gathering to get that to fit. And then there is an invisible zipper, but it's not truly invisible because I had to do some stitching, top stitching on the outside because of the weight of the fabric. So the size ranges are from 8 to an 18, or European sizes 34 to a 44. Okay, this is embarrassing. I decided to try the skirt on because the waistband just didn't look right to me. And it's huge. It's huge. All right, so look at this. Oh my gosh. Like, I know better. Look at this. It's huge. Hello. So what does that mean? It means you should stop and try on the garments before you think you're finished. This thing, oh my gosh. What it means is I have to take the whole waistband out and fix it. So I've noticed that with the Burda skirt. I'm going to talk to you about another one. And I had some trouble with the waistband as well. So I'm not sure. If you're a new sewist, you might not want to start with a fitted waistband. And if you're an experienced sewist, you should kick yourself if you don't try on the stuff. I think what happens is I get so excited about the design process and constructing it and trying to finish it, and then lo and behold, I tried it on, I thought I tried it on as I pinned it, but it obviously was not a clear, oh my gosh, I have some major alterations that I have to do. Oh, let's move on to the next make. Okay, another Burda skirt. This is 6247. I will put the line drawings here in the video as well. I like this one. I love the pleats and the fitted waistband again, and it's below or above the knee. Cute casual skirt. 9-inch zipper as well, and it is a side zipper, and then there's an option for like a tie, but it's not necessary for the functionality of the skirts. Now, what really kind of threw me when I read this was that the recommended fabrics are jersey and like a stretch jersey, but also cotton fabrics and viscose rayon and crepe. So it's recommending a stretch fabric, but yet it's recommending a woven. Now I chose to sew it in the linen that you see behind in the red linen, and I ran into some trouble with the waistband. Unless I read it wrong, because I'm noting that this one is a stretch. The view A, I'll put the picture in, it's blurry, but view A looks like it's a stretched elasticized waistband, but view B is the woven. So I don't know if I cut the wrong waistband. Maybe I didn't see a secondary waistband option. So what happened was, let me grab that skirt. What happened with this is, first of all, I'm not finished. I need to insert the invisible zipper, so I'm not done yet. Well, actually I was done and had to take it all out because, wow, I should have taken a photo of me trying this one on. I didn't want any photo evidence. Anyway, so this one the waistband has already been removed and reattached. So what happened was, initially the waistband was too short, and I thought, what the heck did I do? So I elongated the waistband, and then of course, to my disappointment, the waistband was huge in comparison to how the skirt fit. So just be careful again on this, or if you're a beginner sewist, I would say probably go with the jersey and then do a stretch waistband so that you're fitting the skirt into, you're stretching basically the waistband. So what I had to do is, these were the pleats, which I love, in the front. I think, oh, and I have to hem it, so sorry, I just searched the edges to prevent crazy fraying, but this has to be hemmed. But these beautiful pleats in the front I was very happy with. But I had to add some little pleats, or like pleat darts almost, in the back because my waist in comparison to my hip, there's a big difference. It's a curve. And most women, I mean, they have curves. So I still think the waistband is still a little bit big, but what I'm planning to do after I insert the zipper is to have maybe the waistband overlap and put in a button or a snap or something. So it'll be like an intentional overlap. We'll see how it works. I have to kind of tweak it. I may even have to take in the side a little bit in this section, or add another little tiny pleat. I'm not sure. So I'm not finished with this yet. I'm not giving up on this yet. But yeah, this particular waistband too had top stitching, not only on the top, but also on the lower portion. So that was a foolish waste of time for me. I made a foolish mistake. I had to take it all out. I was able to preserve the top stitching on the top half of the waistband. So there is the skirt. I can't wait till it's done, and I will probably model it and maybe post a pic on Instagram when it is finished. Let's move on to a fun and promising top that most of you sewists have probably made several times, and I want to share mine. Last but not least, the Ogden Cami, and this is true bias, and this is my 7th Ogden Cami, so I have to have some kind of a fashion show or demonstrate. I actually have 5 of 7. I gave 2 away as gifts, but I'm pretty sure I have some photos. So yeah, this is fantastic, loose fitting camisole, perfect for the summer. And this pattern has been around, let's see, copyright in 2018. So it's definitely tried and true for many garment sewists out there. And mine is red to match the linen skirt. I've just threw a beautiful yellow jade necklace around the neck of this hanger. Anyway, here it is. And I made it a little bit bigger to have a little bit of room. I elongated it about, I would say maybe an inch. I widened the straps just a hair, maybe an 1/8 of an inch wider, because I like them a little bit thicker to cover the bra strap. What else did I do? I think that's it. Oh, actually, there is a back seam, which is not part of the pattern. It's a whole front and back piece with lining in the upper section, which is fantastic. I can show you that if you're not familiar with this. But the reason why I have that is because I was running really low on this linen that I used. It's like a raspberry linen, and it was purchased through Stone Mountain Daughter in Berkeley. I think it's called the Nevada linen line. It's a little bit of a heavier weight, like I said earlier, and I was squeezing the skirt and the pattern on, I think maybe 3 yards of fabric. I don't think I bought more than 3. So I had to make a decision, and I had to piece the back sections both in the lining and the camisole. Let me show you the inside on that. So now at least it's easy to determine the front and back. The designer suggests that you put a little label on the back because they do look very similar. But here is the inside. So it's got that nice lining, which is fantastic. So you don't have to worry about, I guess you could go braless if you wanted to. Anyway, that is the Ogden Cami, number 7 for me, which is pretty cool. I'm impressed with myself. I do say so. So there's the line drawing. I want to just look. I love the notes section in the back. I have it pretty much filled out. Let's see, top stitched. Oh, another thing that I did is I like to top stitch instead of understitching. What else? Contrast lining. I put a note that contrast lining looks really cute. And I had to adjust a little bit the back facing because there was excessive bulk in previous makes. I didn't find that in this make because I had to split it into 2 pieces, and I increased a little bit the hemline. So I actually have 2 sizes. I put 2 sizes together in this, smaller, and then kind of increased a little bit so it wouldn't be too tight or clingy. I wanted it more loose and drapey. And then I need to make a note that I elongated it a little bit in length. So, Cami number 1 I made out of 100% quilters cotton back in June 2019. Number 2 I also made of a cotton, and it looks like I made them all actually in the summer of 2019. So a combination of bark cloth on one, so I can't wait to show you some of those. And then I did a really fun hack in March of 2020. So definitely I'm going to put that on the list of some tops to show you. If you have made one or more, just kind of let me know and tell me what you've made them out of. I did make one out of a fun fish under the sea kind of thing. So I did a print. I did a couple of prints, and yeah, so there it is. I like this because I've seen people layer this with a t-shirt underneath, and just there's a lot of cute looks, and this will definitely brighten up your day if you sew it in a raspberry red, watermelon red. That would be fantastic. Speaking of which, I need more watermelon. Okay, so I have a true capsule here if you think about it, because actually if I pull out this Merchant & Mills linen, I've got this top in addition to the caraway blouse, the viscose, and the linen cami, also the 2 skirts, and the self-drafted dress. That's a capsule. There you go. So, hoping you're staying cool and having a great late spring, almost summer approaching. And wherever you are, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time in the sewing room. Bye.